What's up, Punters Pod listeners? You can listen to us every Wednesday on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or even watch us on YouTube. Now, let's get into the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Punters Pod.
What a time to be alive! The Hawks stunk. They couldn't cover the line. Finally, we had a full round where the games, there was 9. Does Braden Maynard deserve weeks, or should he just get a fine? Jezza, how are you, and how is life?
I thought you were going to say, how was my rhyme? The rhyme was pretty good, that one.
Oh,
actually, that was one that I actually kind of enjoyed.
That's very,
it's
very
a rarity.
rare.
It's a rarity. So
I'll tell you what's rare as well.
I'll give you props there, tell me.
I'll tell you what's very rare as well. A great round of footy. I really enjoyed that round of footy. Felt like there was meaning. Felt like there was substance. Didn't feel just like a... Footy's shit at the moment.
Is that because Collingwood had a good game?
Possibly, but
yeah, because I kind of felt the same way, and then I thought to myself, "Fuck, was it because the players had a good game and played decently?" So maybe it's a bit of that, but maybe let's just be a bit positive today.
I give massive props to the wildcard round? Massive props.
Why,
bro? Every team's involved at the moment. If Collingwood right now, we're Collingwood supporters. If the season was normal top 8, I would have no interest in Collingwood at the moment. Wildcard, we're alive. North Melbourne's alive. Carltons alive. GWS is alive. Gold Coast is alive. Everyone's alive.
Listen, I respect that. I understand it. And I do agree with you to a certain degree. But I still don't think that I'm going to be as G'd up as I would be for finals if it was...
But for the next 7 weeks, you're locked in.
No, okay, yeah, you're right. Next 7 weeks, I'm locked in. But going into September, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited for the 10th v 9th matchup
No.
Collingwood versus North Melbourne.
You won't be excited for that. But if Collingwood...
And if I was one of those teams who was from 8th to 6th, whatever... I would be a bit pissed off because I would have been like, we would have actually been playing meaningful finals if it wasn't for this wildcard round. I get it, an extra 2 teams.
Listen to this, Jez. Listen to this, all right? Let me give you a hypothetical. So, Collingwood have a good next couple of weeks. They've got Carlton and North the next 2 weeks in opposite order. But so say they win both those games, they're sitting around the 8th or 7th, 8th position. They drop a couple towards the end of the season, but then they scrounge in and they finish 9th. And they win their first wildcard game against the 8th side, and then they get a favourable matchup against Adelaide Oval, who finished 5th. Are you not going to be like, oh my God, why can't we bet Adelaide?
How would they versus if they
Because they finished 8th. 8th versus 5th.
Oh, true. Yeah,
Adelaide Oval. Do you give Collingwood a chance in that game, hypothetically?
Wait, is it like the NBA where they have to play 2 games?
No, 1 game.
Really?
The winner of 8th versus 9th gets 8th.
It gets 8th?
Yeah.
That seems stupid to the team who finishes 7th.
Yeah, but that's just how it works. But anyway, you're focus on my point.
I get it. Yes.
Okay. But let me paint the picture. Would you then be like, oh my God, Adelaide Oval, Collingwood bet them last year. I feel good about that.
I know.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Right, then Collingwood win that, and you're like, oh, you forget you're the wildcard team.
Exactly. You get a little bit of hope.
Then the next week, it's like, oh my God, Hawthorn just lost to Geelong in that first final.
I get your hypothetical. I understand.
You're going to have faith.
Yes.
You keep telling me every week on this show, you keep telling me, but if we finish 9th, I'm not going to care. It's going to be bullshit. I'm not going to get excited. But you will.
I won't, because this is the thing. A team hasn't won the grand final from 7th or 8th, let alone from 9th or 10th. But the teams down there are never of finals contending caliber. But they're just not.
But there's no reason it shouldn't be exciting, because right now we're involved. All those other fan bases I said are involved in the season for 7 weeks minimum. Then say, but like, for example, last year Hawthorn, when they made the prelim from 8th, nobody was like, oh, I don't care because they've no team from 8th has won the premiership.
Obviously.
When you're in the thick of it,
you're right.
These teams aren't just...
Listen, I see what points you're making. For me, going into a wild card weekend where Collingwood will probably be in it, I'm not going to be... up and about. I'm not going to be excited like it's a final.
Somebody clip this.
Yeah, clip this.
Somebody clip this. Because
honestly, I will not be.
But if you win that, then you...
Okay, yeah. If we win that, then I'm actually in finals. So I will be excited then. That's my thing. No, that's true.
The hate on this
and
is
then also
it's the best thing the AFL
I don't think it's going to be great for an old team like Collingwood to have played an extra week than while all the other teams who actually made finals are coming in fresh.
It's not about that. It's just not about that. But anyway, like, look... at the end of the day, you can finish first like Adelaide did and go out in the straight sense.
Yeah, of course.
So it's just, everyone's just so negative. I'm jet up about the footy. Yeah, let's get into betting. No, let's get into the random player. Who is the random player?
For fuck's sake.
He's a Collingwood player in the Star Athletic jersey.
So, yeah.
So you can guess the era.
2013-ish.
Yep, that's the era. He came from another club, a big signing. And
big signing.
Never amounted to much.
Big signing.
It was a lot of hype around him.
Initials?
PK. And I'm not talking about Shakira's ex-husband.
Pat Kennedy.
No, Patrick Karnesis.
Oh, it's close.
Former Brisbane Lion, then came to Collingwood.
You can't tell me there was a lot of hype around him.
If you ask Adrian Mazzarella, there was a lot of hype around him. Okay, into betting results. And talk to us about the World Cup as well, because I know our sponsor, Punt AI, has been having a great World Cup as well.
Yeah, betting results, pretty good weekend once again. I feel like these last 6 weeks for me have been fucking on fire. I feel like I can't be stopped on the footy. Just feels like I feel like sometimes this part of the season you can get a bit dragged down with like trying to find markets, this, that, blah, blah, blah. At the moment, I'm just doing the obvious, and the obvious is working. So
good players playing well.
Yeah, good players playing well. Not many letdowns.
Nazahel will get 40.
Exactly.
Nick will get 35.
Exactly. Well, he didn't help us with our player prop. He falls one short disposal on that. But even the little things like Caleb, actually, I'll talk about it a bit later on in Blacklist. I'll talk about it a bit later on in Blacklist. But how did you go on the punt?
I was back to elite form this round, winning all around. Nice $3 multi on the Brisbane vs Geelong Thursday night game. Hits had my free tip of the Lions win at $2.83 as a single also. So Thursday was very profitable for me. Then another single of the Pies win later in that round on the Saturday. And then I ended it off beautifully with a $2 multi on the Saints-Bombers game to double up all my profits from the weekend. So happy days.
Let's get into the betting blacklist because that's who I was about to mention just before. Now, on a watch, I don't have anyone on a watch at the moment, actually.
I've got a player.
I'm actually, no, this player is on watch because I'm not going to I was thinking about putting straight to the blacklist, but
I know who this is.
He saved himself. This
is the player I had a couple of weeks ago, then he had 40 and 40. Yeah.
Caleb Daniel, 40. 3/4 time of that game against Port Adelaide, he was on 11.
Jeez.
He was on 11. I was so close to he was about to be blacklisted like crazy because at the start of the season, I said that he had hit like 21 plus in every game, and then I bet on him and he had like 18 or some shit like that. I put him for 18 this weekend. 11 at 3/4 time. I was about to crack the shits. He ends up getting, I think he ended on 19 actually.
Oh,
so
wow.
he really, really stormed back home in the last quarter. They're playing him a bit weird at the moment, and they're playing Cooper Harvey as like the Caleb Daniel role. So, maybe stay away from him. He is on a watch for me. He was going to be elevated straight to the blacklist, but he's on watch for me.
Look, I actually might touch him this week now because in history of the podcast this season, you had him on the blacklist at the start, the watch list.
I know.
Then he started playing really good. Then we took him off. He was on none of ours. Went to shit, had 15 one game when I punted on him. Then I put him on. He has 40 and 40. I take him off last week and he drops 19. So Caleb Daniel will probably get 50 this week, knowing how he's been going. So thanks for listening, Caleb. We really appreciate that he likes the pressure of the watch list. From
also,
the
Darcy
squad.
Parish, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
what do you have?
He's a usual lock for 25. He had like 16 or some shit on the week.
No good. Essendon hard to bet on anyway. I don't know why you would touch them at all. And on my watch list was my player prop loss from last week. It was Tex Walker. Retire, bro. Like, honestly, with no Thilthorpe and still couldn't score at least one goal. Like, I don't know. I really still think he has some left in the tank. Then I saw Thilthorpe was out. And I was like, bro, laughing.
Yeah,
he was my player prop, and he just couldn't fire a shot. Fogarty has come out of nowhere and had two great weekends.
He had 5, yeah?
And he had 5 the week before as well. So the Fog, after all the shitty cops, and he has been going not too bad. And blacklist for you, Jez?
Blacklist. It's still my normals. It's still Andrew Brayshaw. But I
had 22 on the weekend.
Yeah, he's playing all right. He's playing all right. So he might be released sooner or later. He might be put on watch, but still on the blacklist for now. And for you, who do you have?
For me, Caleb Strong had 31 disposals and Andrew Brayshaw had 22 disposals. They still both can't get 25, so they're still both on my blacklist. It's the opposite of last week. This is why they're on my blacklist. The week before, this previous round, it was Sarong with 21 and Brayshaw with 30-something. And now this week, Sarong with 31 and Brayshaw with 20-something.
Yeah,
so
I don't think...
Why touch them?
And that's why they're blacklisted. They're on the Thursday night game this week too.
Why touch them? Because
might be a stay away
blacklisted. Because you can never read who's going to do good and who's going to do shit.
Let's jump straight into these player props. Unfortunately for me last week,
don't tell me,
was not a good week.
0-2.
I went to 0 for 2.
Jeez, what
Nick
was
Day
it?
cost 4 short by 1 disposals. We had him for 32 yens on 31. After being stuck on the bench for like 7 minutes in the last quarter, which I was not happy about. And Sam Walsh, absolutely useless. 1 disposal in the fourth quarter.
Really?
Yeah, fucking
what
shocking.
What did he end on?
22. I think I needed him for 27 maybe.
Yeah, that's
but
it's disgraceful.
Yeah, 1 disposal in the last quarter. What the fuck?
And
He has
almost losing to
21.
Richmond.
Yeah, just
Horrible.
fucking shocking player.
For me last week, I had Bailey Smith 30 plus at $1.85. That wins. Bailey Smith at GMHBA. Cheat code.
Yeah, easy.
Luckily, they're not playing this week, so he probably will get unders. And I had Taylor Walker 3+ goals at $3.40. Does not fire a shot. Lost there, so I went 1 of 2. Still one better than you, Jez, so can't complain. But this is why you listen to the Punters Pod. Hit us with your first player prop of this week, Jez.
Well, I'm just letting you guys know both of them on together come out to a juicy $6.08. So
more than me this week.
So
both of mine.
we got some juice there. My first pick is going to be Harry Sheasel for 31 plus disposals.
I love it.
At $1.70. Playing the Pies. The Pies do not put any attention. They have lately, but Ed Allen will go straight to LDU. He's not even going to worry about Harry Sheasel. $1.70 there, and then my second pick is a bit of a juicy one, but I'll let you say your first.
I love that. Straight to LDU, Ed Allen will go. And my first pick is Will Day, 25 plus disposals at $2.55. He has had a lot. He has had a few games back now, so there's no excuses. He needs to have a big one on a prime time slot. A couple weeks ago, he had 27. A couple weeks before that, he had 25. Expect him to dominate and get the Hawks midfield back on track after last week in a game that they should win and dominate.
And my second one is a juicy $3.10. It is in the final game of the round, so little put your feet up and watch it there.
Brisbane Essendon, is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Ooh. It is Kai Lohman for 3+ goals.
Oh, I love it.
I absolutely love it. Kai Lohman's just the type of player that when the Lions are going well, he's going fucking phenomenally.
He's going well at the moment, but he's going really good.
He's going all right as well. I really love him for 3+ goals here. They're going to smash Essendon. $3.10 for 3 goals. So I think that's a lot of value. That's good.
I like Charlie Cameron in this game as well.
He's $2.02 for 3 goals.
I still like that.
Little double up.
And my second player prop this week is also 3+ goals at $2.15. In the same game as your Harry Sheasel pick, it's Nick Larkey, 3+ goals, $2.15. He's in desperate need for a big bounce back game. The Pies backline is shaky at the best of times. And
Frampton's going to lock him up.
And they're playing a second gamer. North have the ability to go very tall now, especially with Trembuff and Sherry both going forward at times. But main reason for this is he has such a great record against Collingwood at Marvel. That set of circumstances for him, Collingwood at Marvel, he dominates. Only thing I'm worried about is he usually dominates on Darcy Moore.
Yeah, exactly. So I know. I was going to actually say Darcy Moore's not playing, so he's not going to gift him 3+ goals.
But then again, I really do like him to have a big one because he's been copping it a bit. Like
he definitely has. Yeah.
Even the North fans are turning on him, and I never thought I'd see the day where they turn on their Suva. My 2 legs combined, which are Will Day 25 plus at $2.55 and Nick Larkey 3+ goals at $2.15, combined to a nice and juicy $5.79.
Let's jump straight into these games. Another 9 games. Thank you, God. Freo versus the Swans, the Thursday night game at Optus Stadium. Freo coming off their first loss since round 1.
That's it.
Me and you saw it coming.
We did a little bit.
Did you? Who'd you have?
I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants win.
I had Giants at the line.
Then I ended up going Freo 1-39.
Ah, shit. So I had Giants at the line there. I saw it coming. It was bound to happen. It's like just a cliche. They were due a loss, and it was due.
And you know what? I actually had this written down. Not a better circumstance to lose the game.
100%. 100%.
In Canberra, nobody's watching against GWS. And
it was like the buried 4-something game.
Perfect.
No, actually, it was the early game. It was the 1:10.
But still.
But there was the other game happening as well at that time.
And the perfect scenario.
And Melbourne were destroying Hawthorn. So
that was the story.
Yeah.
And now you don't rock up to the first final with a 20-game win streak with all the pressure on your head.
100%, yeah.
Now everybody shuts the fuck up about 14, 15, 16. They just go with clear air and like a normal team.
I actually said too, it wasn't the worst thing to ever happen to them. Like, they'll be fine. They'll be good. Back.
And I'm not worried at all. I still... I go through stages in the week. I go through stages of thinking Fremantle are the Adelaide of last year. They're going to be first and then go out in straight sets.
I don't think
so. But then
I
look at their team, and their team is so stacked. It's just talent everywhere, so I'm not worried about Fremantle currently.
And as for the Swans, they flex their muscles a bit against a poorer side.
Yeah, the Dogs just aren't good.
Yeah, the Dogs aren't good.
Yeah.
Like they needed that win. They won by 35 points, something like that. They needed that win.
It was a dominant win. It was more dominant than 35 points.
It definitely was, but it's like against a weaker opponent at the SCG. I'm still not fully bought into them, but maybe that can spark them up a bit. Goulden had a good game.
It did.
So it's like maybe it'll start rolling, maybe it'll start coming back together for them a bit.
They definitely needed that performance, like you said, because before the bye, their form was abysmal. I'm still very optimistic about this team come finals. I still think they could win the flag. This game could be a preview of the 2026 grand final. Wharfie time game is incoming. This will be a belter and will go down to the wire, I think, for sure. Scared of Sydney here for Freo, but I think the home ground advantage will be too strong to overcome, and Fremantle will be victorious in a bounce-back game after a loss that they can sweep under the carpet last week against GWS. My free tip will be Fremantle 1-39 at 2.25, and my headline will be Wonderful Wharfie. Freo use Wharfie time once again to win a close game in the last quarter against the Swans.
Yeah, I feel like this could be an all-time game, like you said. Freo back after their first loss in about 11 weeks. The Swans back into some form. So I think we got a really nice one on the Thursday night coming up. I just trust Freo so much, especially at Optus Stadium too. I'm not saying that it can't be close, but at the moment I just rate the Dockers far and above everyone else. My free pick is going to be Fremantle minus 12.5 at $1.90. I think they can cover those 2 goals, but I still do think it'll be close. I really like your pick of the 1-39 though.
I was going to say, this is one of the games for a while that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to sit down and watch this game.
It'll be a good game,
This is a good game, and this is like, I like both these teams. I think this will be a cracker.
Pies versus North on the Friday night, standalone Friday night game. Not a good game. This is the time where you do the double header on a game like this.
This is the one, because you know what? This is Collingwood, I think, bouncing right back into boring footy like against the Richmond game.
Probably.
Because last week they weren't that boring. Let's talk about the Pies last week.
Yeah, they actually put in a decent performance for once. It was the
four quarters.
It was the first 4-quarter Collingwood game, and the first Collingwood game I've watched in a while. I've sat down and watched it and been like, they didn't play terrible. Because even those other games against the West Coast, against the Richmond, those games, I was just like, yeah, they won the game. It's like they won, but it wasn't like wow. This game didn't wow me, but I was happy with the performance.
Yeah, they didn't lack much. They looked good, the Pies. It looked like they were going to win the whole way through. But then the Suns are a very poor side, as we've come to realise. So it could have had a lot to do with the opposition, but still, there were signs for Collingwood there. There were signs, and fucking Nick Dacos is fucked. He's ridiculous.
He's unreal. He's the best player in the competition by far. It's not even funny. Like I said, I don't rate the Suns. And also, I called this little bullshit run about 5 weeks ago. I said that this was going to happen.
There's 2 more wins coming now, so imagine the hype.
Exactly.
You know what I love? Everyone fucking starting to change their opinion on Collingwood now. Like, because of this little bullshit run, everyone's going like, oh, but Collingwood, like, they've got such good leaders and all that. Like, after 3 weeks ago saying, oh, they have to retire all these players.
I've actually boycotted listening to most footy media because it's just absolute bullshit.
Just stick to the punter spot.
Has Kane Corn said anything about Pendlebury not playing on the weekend?
Nothing at all.
Because at the start of the season, he was all over it. And, why didn't they rest him? They could have won this game.
They could have won the game. Pendlebury would have been handy.
Yeah, like...
Last week, it's just not needed.
It's not even worth listening to. As for North Melbourne, horrible once again. They're finding themselves in winning positions, but never winning, and that's never a great sign.
Who do you have in that game?
In what game?
The Port North.
I'm pretty sure I had North at the line, which they covered, I think.
I had Port, because I just knew North Melbourne were not going to win that game. Like,
I had North plus 17.5. I think they covered.
Yeah, I just had Port straight out win. It was like $1.60, and I'm so happy I took that pick, because in my mind, North are just like a rabble. Like,
you just can't trust them at all.
But there's no trusting them. There's nothing about them I like. There's not a single thing about them I like. Wardlaw did his hammy. Shock fucking horror.
No.
He's not even that good when he's playing. Like, I'm sick of it.
And everyone makes the biggest deal.
Not that good. Like, everyone fucking rims all these players. Sheezel, like, he's all right.
No, Sheezel's good.
Yeah, but he's good. But is he... I don't know. I just don't rate them. Honestly, I don't rate them. And that probably is why I think for this game, watch out for the Pies, Jez. Am I getting sucked in? Maybe. But this Collingwood team looked as good as they looked all year last week. I'm cautious that it was against the Suns, and we both don't rate the Suns here. But credit where credit is due. North can't win games against teams equal or above them, and Collingwood is a team equal or slightly above them. So that will continue this week. Even though Marvel favours North massively and Collingwood hate going there, give me the Pies in an easy one. My free tip is the Pies minus 16.5 at $1.90.
I hate the Pies at Marvel, to be honest, and I feel like North play so well at Marvel, so it's kind of like a toss-up in my head.
But North shit.
Prime time game, though, which worries me if I'm a North supporter. I feel like the crowd's going to be 80% Pies, especially after this little resurgence. Yep. Minus 17.5 is a little too much of a line for me, but I think the Pies still take this out. But I think it's a close one. I'm taking the Pies 1-39 at $2.15, and my headline for this game is going to be Flying Pies. The Pies win their 4th consecutive game, making people wonder if they could make the top 6 or not.
Look, I think we both have a chance of winning there because I think this will be a Collingwood 25-point win. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's not going to be above 40, no chance, but I don't think it's within a goal. I don't think it's a heart stopper.
Saints versus Port Adelaide, the first game on Saturday. Classic St Kilda, they just destroy a bottom dweller team. They're just a nothing team. Man.
It's like, what do you expect against any team versus Bombers? That's exactly what you expect. Nazaya Mangnam-Malira. So he had 46 disposals. He has to be the fucking player who gets the most cheap touches, but the least criticism ever.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't care about any player that does it. I personally don't really have a big gripe with it. Like, that's the role he plays. I think he's a great player.
I love it. But for punting. I love cheap touches. Great. Yeah, I
wish I did it for 45. But the thing is, it's like he cops nothing for it, and his touches sometimes can be and his ball use isn't even... this is going to sound really harsh. His ball use is good. It's above average, but it's not like that clinical where I want him touching the ball 46 times.
I 100% agree.
He is prone to butchering the ball.
Yeah.
So why the fuck does he get the ball?
The amount of times you see him wrap around the back, get the ball, and just
butcher it.
No, or even just like kick it horizontally.
Yeah.
It's like, here, Naz, have the ball. You're our best player. Do something with it.
And do what Wilkie could have done.
Exactly. Chips it 15 meters to the right.
Like, and that's what my gripe is, because there's players in the league. Even, let's go Caleb Daniel, for example. He gets the ball a lot, but he does carve up teams when he's on. He can, but that's historic Caleb. That's Bulldogs Caleb Daniel, for example. Probably not North. But there's a lot of players that do that, and they get fucking hate for cheap touches. Naz never gets it. He never cops it.
Yeah, I agree with you completely there. Port Adelaide, on the other hand, they did what they needed to. I'm surprised they didn't tank that game. That was your theory. That was my theory going in. It might be a little bit wrong, but they're going to finish towards the bottom anyway. They just did what they needed to do against the North.
I'm starting to not come around to Port, but I can kind of appreciate for how bad their list is, in my opinion. I harp on about it every week. They've just got a lot of duds running around every week. I think they probably have the worst bottom 6 players every single round of footy. I can't think of many other teams who their bottom 6 are like, what the fuck? Maybe other than West Coast. But they do sometimes scrounge together wins, but... We've read this all since pre-season.
Yeah.
We've said this perfectly since pre-season. We will say it all year because it's the truest thing we've probably ever said on this podcast. They're a team where their top 5 players carry them, and that's it. End of story.
I reckon maybe even top 3, to be honest. Like, Georgiades had a decent game, and Butters and Horn Francis are always good, so they're always around the mark. I think this will be a close one here, though. I think the line reflects that as well. You'd think the bookies would have had the Saints by at least 15-point favourites here after they just did that show that they always do in beating up on shit teams. It's only 9 points. Port don't have... I don't think they have the names that St Kilda do, but I think they're a better overall team just in general.
I think they run better. Like, I think their systems are better.
Exactly, yeah. They're a better overall team. Yeah. My free pick for this game is going to be Port plus 9.5 at $1.90.
Yeah, piggybacking off what you said, I hate the thought of the power coming down to Marvel. I think the Saints have been travelling okay, even though they've been beating up on some bad teams like last week. I still think they're not playing too bad. As somebody who doesn't rate them, I'll give them a little bit of credit. Yes, Port have won 2 in a row, but that was at Adelaide Oval. 1 was a showdown, and 1 was against North. So how much credit can you pay them there? Give me the Saints here. I'm taking the Saints win. No, sorry, the Saints minus 7.5 at $1.90.
Love it. The Giants versus the Cats.
NG.
Great win at Monica versus the Dockers for the Giants. Just way too inconsistent this season. Like, they really, team. They really could have put together a really great season, but they just. And I was talking to someone about it on the week, and it's just like lose to West Coast,
smash Brisbane,
and then they had another disappointing loss a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who it was against. Yeah, but then come out and beat Fremantle.
Lose to Essendon earlier in the year.
Yeah,
it's just...
No, they didn't.
They did.
GWS.
Yep.
No, they definitely
NG?
did.
Or did they? No. But Essendon was winning the whole game.
No,
maybe.
Essendon was winning the whole game and then they ended up coming in the end. But anyway, super inconsistent. How about Jake Stringer kicking 7 goals?
Oh, no, what the fuck?
So weird, so random.
That was very random. Like you said, they're such a funny team to read because I hear what you're saying. They feel like a team. We had this discussion last week about they've got players like on every line that you go, fuck, he's a good player, fuck, he's a good player, fuck, he's a good player. But then they just can't put it together consistently. In Canberra, they're always an outlier and hard to read accurately. That probably adds to the fact that it was a good tip from you actually, them at the line last week, because at Canberra, it's always a wild card, and Fremantle were due the loss. They're the most inconsistent team in the wild. They've got the biggest gap between their best footy and their worst footy, clearly. They have the talent, but they always struggle to play well often. And that's them. That is them. So this week, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, the Cats on the other hand got shown up by the Lions big time, I reckon.
I'm not shocked,
GMHBA Stadium.
I'm not shocked.
What the fuck has happened to Jezza Cameron?
He must be just old.
I think he's just injured.
I don't think he's injured. I think he's just old.
I think that arm's still not right. He's just nowhere near it at the moment.
He's nowhere near it. He can't touch the ball.
No, nothing.
He's horrible.
Giants back at NG Stadium in this game. Cats on a very, very bad run, in my opinion, after being crowned premiership favourites about a month ago.
Prematurely.
Yeah, way too premature.
I was never on them.
I think the Giants have a huge chance here. They still sit 13th on the ladder, but on some days they can look like absolute premiership contenders, like we saw against Fremantle. Feel like they play down to worse opponents. I think they'll play up here. My free pick is once again the Giants plus 9.5 at $1.90.
Like with the Cats, something about the Cats I want to get to before I get to my preview is I've been cold on them for a while.
You have.
But I won't be surprised if they just find their way into the 4 because luckily for them, they've got that soft, really soft run at the end of the season and all at fucking a wild card at GMHBA. So I think if they didn't have such a soft run at GMHBA, they'd be a wild card team. But for this week, GWS will do it again. The Cats are dead in the water for as far as premiership chances, in my opinion. I do not rate them at all. They've been overrated all year. And this will be another shock win for the Giants. Geelong will be better. Geelong will be better this week than they were last week. But I still think the cliche of they need to bounce back will not come true here. Giants win. GWS win. $2.36. My free tip.
Carlton versus the Hawks. This is a game I'm fairly interested in. The Blues 7 in a row, but realistically, apart from GWS at NG and the Cats in a close one, who did they beat?
This is the fakest 7-game win streak of all time, and no one can see through it. That first win was against Bulldogs. In hindsight, that's not a great win. No. Everyone really was, that's a really good win. In hindsight, it's not. Then it's been Essendon. Then it's been Richmond. It just hasn't been that great. And I love it because every week I feel like we get closer to them signing Fraser, which I love.
I think so as well. I'm actually starting to agree with you. Hawks, on the other hand, looked shaky. But with all those outs, what did you expect? They were missing a lot of key players. Amon, did Amon play? I'm not sure if Amon played. But Impey, Battle.
It was Impey, Battle.
No, there were more players. There were more. Watson. Yeah, come on. That's 3 of their top fucking 8, easy.
I think Fremantle okay if they're 3 of their top 8 are out.
No, I don't know about that.
I want to go
Jackson,
early again.
Sarong and Tracy are out.
It's not their best 3 players. It was 3 of the top players.
Yeah, okay.
3 of the top 10. I'll give you a fucking... For Fremantle, if Sarong was out like he was for half the season, then we'll have chuck in... Who's another Fremantle player that's not the best? Anyway, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, good one.
I was right about this team. They've got no depth. I don't care about the injury excuses. They are that far off the premiership. Everyone has been fooled. Them and Geelong, for me, are not premiership contenders. I might be crazy because they might both finish top 4. They could I
think you are crazy. I can see that being a prelim.
They could probably both be a prelim team. I still think none of them will win the premiership. I'm so fucking convinced both of these teams will not win the premiership. Hawthorn are the AFL darlings for no reason, and they get no hate from anybody. Everyone sucks off Sam Mitchell like he fucking has won 5 premierships.
No, that is true. That is 100% true. Everyone sucks him off like he's this genius fucking absolute mastermind coach, and he hasn't done anything yet.
Luckily for them, they have Carlton this week.
Exactly. This is where the Fraser train finishes.
I've said this for like 5 weeks.
They'll get humbled massively here. I think after that poor performance, the Hawks will get back get back majority of those players and get back on track. Dominate the Blues. Line's way too small for me. My free pick is the Hawks. Minus 13.5 at $1.90. This is a destruction.
It ends for the Blues here. The Hawks will get some soldiers back, and this is a situation where they cannot afford to lose this game at all. Expect a belting here, and Fraser and the Blues to finally get humbled against a team that is better than them in every aspect. At the end of the day, Carlton only just beat Essendon, only just beat Richmond. They've been scraping to wins. They got lucky against Geelong. As much as I don't rate the Hawks, it's Carlton at the end of the day. They're going to pump them. Give me the Hawks minus 15.5 at $1.90.
Crows versus the Suns, the second Saturday night game. Crows beat the Eagles in a no-sweat affair. They were in control most of the game. It's just what you need to do if you want to be a premiership side.
Took care of business as they had to. Not overly dominant or scary, but they were not disappointing. Can't imagine they do much damage at the end of the year. But in my opinion, they are a team who's, be careful of this team.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not really... I don't take them that seriously.
Yeah, you're not scared of them, but it's just like, they could get you if you're having an off day.
Exactly.
The Suns, what else can we really say about them? Insipid, bad football team. Ethan's really changed his tune after the start of the year.
I've had to.
Sucking them off.
I'll admit I was wrong.
Sucked in Dimmer. I'm so glad. It couldn't have happened to a better bloke.
They're just not good. They're just a bunch of overrated players. They will never win a flag.
I reckon Matt Rowell might win the Brownlow again this year.
I am so happy Stewie Dew sitting somewhere. Probably fucking loaded from his payout from Gold Coast, just smiling. I love you, Stewie Dew.
Easy pickings for the Crows here, in my opinion. The Suns have no guts, no soul. They're just a nothing team. They can't travel at all. And if the Crows didn't drop that showdown, they would have been so back right now. They would have been a really nice win streak.
Bad loss that was.
I think they get it done easily here. My free pick is going to be the Crows, minus 17.5 at $1.90.
The Suns are a fucking rabble. I do not see a single world where the Crows lose this game at all. It will be pretty dominant performance. I can see this being an extremely dark day for the Suns, who already at a base hate traveling, but I can't even see them winning at home either if this was there. Crows by heaps. Crows minus 16.5 at $1.90. We're on the same page for a lot of these, Jez.
I know. I feel like it's pretty...
straightforward.
Pretty straightforward so far. And it gets a lot more straightforward on the Sunday.
Shit game Sundays.
Dogs versus the Eagles. Just something about the Sunday. For Sunday, the favourites are paying $1.13, $1.10 and $1.02.
Every Sunday, man.
Now, why the fuck do the AFL do this and throw just the absolute scraps on the Sunday?
Probably Sunday.
Just throw in one good game.
Probably Sunday's just the worst rating day.
No, I know, but put either Adelaide Suns or Carlton Hawthorn.
Adelaide Suns who's the favourite for Adelaide Suns?
It's at least $1.36 Adelaide.
Still.
It's at least $1.36 Adelaide. Or put Geelong Cats.
Geelong versus the Cats.
Put Giants versus the Cats. Anyway, the Dogs are just no good. The first 3 weeks of the season was an absolute anomaly for them. They had 3 great wins. Everyone said that they might do it this year. Their defense has improved, and now they're absolutely fucking shit.
I think those first 3 or 4 weeks of the season saved Bevo's job.
I think so as well, yeah.
Because if they split those games 2-2 instead of 4-0, there would have been a lot of pressure on him all season. But right now, because everyone's still got that image in their head of they were really good at the start of the season, then perfect timing. As soon as Sam Darcy went out, they started falling off of the cliff. Everyone's like, oh, it's because of injuries. I just think that Bevo probably should be out, but that's neither here nor there. They're another team who their best and their worst is really different, even though we haven't seen their best for fucking ages. Can't see them doing anything come season's end. So lackluster. Never saw them winning that game at all. Can I just say as well, at the start of the season, when they were having injuries and everybody was making an excuse because they had Darcy, Libba, and English out, now 2 of them are back. English looked horrific. Libba's back. So it's only 1 player out and they still look horrible. Everyone was saying, because they've got no Waitman, no Libba, no Darcy, no English. All those players except for Darcy are back.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a cop-out. It's an excuse. And it's just the lazy AFL media.
You on it. You on him.
But it's just the lazy AFL media that now just keep going back to injuries, and Sam Darcy's out. The Eagles, I guess they kept it respectable against the Crows. Like, what else do you say about them?
Look, this is what you say about them. Get ready for another 7 weeks of the Eagles having an identical game to that Crows one. 7 weeks of honourable losses where there are signs of some young players that could be good in the future. They're too good to get smashed by 100 points, but not good enough to win a game or be within 20 points. That's the Eagles for the next 7 weeks.
Probably the easiest match of the round to predict. Bulldogs absolutely lay the hammer here. kill the Eagles at Marvel Stadium. And it's just what the Dogs do. Bont will have 30 and 3 goals, and everyone will say...
You'll get angry.
And everyone will say, oh, look at him. He's magnificent. He's the GOAT. Even though Dacos does that every single game. My free pick for this game is going to be the Dogs, minus 36.5 at $1.90.
The Dogs just simply need to do it here, especially to stay in touch with the wild card. And at Marvel, I have full faith in them to do that. As I said in the review, the Eagles will be full of honourable losses, where there are signs of some players that could be good in the future. That's what we'll get this week, and that's all we'll get from them. Too good to get smashed by 100, not good enough to win. Dogs by a lot. Give me the Dogs minus 36.5 at $1.90
This
as well.
still won't change my perception on them, obviously, at all. It's just like the classic Western Bulldogs thing to do of just flat track bully, absolutely destroy a team when you know you have the upper hand. But then against the like teams, you go missing. Melbourne versus Richmond. Melbourne, what a performance. They got rid of that stigma of not being able to win away. I legitimately thought the AFL app was glitching in the first half.
Crazy, yeah.
Like, I honestly thought it was glitching.
96 points up is crazy.
It got a little scary in the end there. Do you know what happened in the third quarter?
Hawthorn kicked 12 in a row.
Yeah, it had 12 goals straight. I think it was like the first time
that doesn't matter. They just hung up the boots.
Yeah,
they stopped playing.
Yeah, they're 100%.
They won that game so early. When they were 96 points up, that is crazy. How about Jacob Van Rooyen?
I know.
Like 26 and 5 goals.
Yeah, crazy game. Crazy fucking
what a game. Like, at the end of the day, I take nothing away from Melbourne. I'm hearing a lot of talk this week. Crazy that there's this talk of, but Melbourne, they let them come back. Who gives a fuck? They stopped playing in that second half. They did not need to play. And the Hawks were abysmal. Melbourne were really fucking good. I'm sorry for ever calling them MCG merchants.
Richmond, they did well to keep it close against Carlton, I guess, but it was just two bad teams versing each other, so how much props can you really give them?
Yeah, it was a solid performance. Funnily enough, Lynch, once again this season, hands Carlton a win.
But I saw that. I saw people saying that. He only kicked one behind.
Yeah, he kicked 2 on the full in the last quarter.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's the kicker. That's what you've missed.
That's what I've missed.
Watching the scoreboard, Jez. You got to watch the games, mate.
Box score warrior.
If I was a Tigers fan, I would be pretty happy with that performance, but wish we got the win, obviously.
No, happy with the loss.
Yeah.
Get that good draft pick.
Yeah, get that good draft pick. Push Carlton, scare Carlton, and at least you didn't get smashed by 40.
Another bomb of a game here. No stress at all for the D's. Like, this will be over in the first quarter. Demons. I feel like they can really kill the Tigers with a big margin here, especially after letting themselves down a bit at the end of the game
especially
last week.
After Richmond put together a decent performance. Yeah. They're due to get pumped.
Letdown game. Here comes Melbourne. Demons 40 plus, $1.77.
Demons keep it rolling. They've beaten my allegations of them being MCG merchants finally, and that won't even matter in this week's game as it is at the G as well. This will be demoralising for the Tigers after a good month. No losses beyond 40 points. That's been their last month, so not bad. Like, for the last 4 games, no losses above 40 points. Might be 100 here, though. Give me the D's at the line at $1.90. With Melbourne, Jez, I'd like to give them credit as well, because I think at the start of the year when they were playing good, everyone's like, oh, this is really cute from Melbourne. This
exactly,
really cool.
Yeah. I was saying that.
And look, they're most likely, they're a lock for at least wild card at a minimum.
100%.
Like, there's no chance they fall out of it.
And honestly, like, who says that if they do come up against the Hawthorn at the G in the first final, who says that they can't do anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. If they come up against Adelaide, I think they can do something. Like,
they pushed Adelaide as well.
That's what I'm saying. There's no ceiling on them. There's no ceiling.
No, I respect them a lot, and I really like what they're doing.
We know you like them. Don't worry.
The final game of the round is the Lions versus the Bombers. Fuck this game. What do you even say about it? Exactly, Kyle Lohmann legacy game. Lions back in some nice form. We both said that after the bye, little reconfiguration, all right, let's go.
What was your tip last week? I took them straight out $2.83.
I had the Lions at the line because they were underdogs. Okay, but so still, we're still both on it there. Beating the Cats at GMHBA is no small feat at all. So I give them my congratulations there.
They're officially my premiership favourites. Sorry, Sydney. Sorry, Fremantle. You're second place, because this is scary hours for the league. You can't tell me that they're not the favourites now. This is what we were saying.
Yeah, I'd like to see a bit more of it.
Jez, we were saying this at the start of the season.
I've been way too consistent for me to just throw them off the perch.
Credit to both of us here, because at the start of the season, when people saying, are they finally hungover? We said, look, they like to cruise at the start of the year. They're going to get... They're going to get rolling at some stage.
They've done this every year for the last 3 years, so I don't know
every year they won the flag, they start the season shit.
No, it's not even start, though. Or they have a patch where they, like, lose 5 in a row. I saw, like, there's a guy, he actually did a good job. I wish I could remember his name and give him credit for it. But it was like, the AFL is on a spectrum where every week, and there's no in between, but it's like 1 week you are flag favourites, you're the premiership contender, and then the next week you are the worst team in the league. And there were so many articles, I think it was Dwayne Russell or some shit came out after they beat Collingwood to start the season, and it was like, he wrote, like they might not lose a game the rest of the year. They went on a bad streak, and then Dwayne Russell again was wrote an article about like the premiership hangover, why Brisbane can't win the flag this year. So it's like absolutely insane, fucking crazy. And for the Bombers... horrific. That is legit all I wrote down, horrific. And guess what? It'll be horrific this week and it'll be horrific for the next 6 after this. Yeah, so if they hire Solomon, that is the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen in my life. It'd be funny as fuck, but... is there really much to say about this game? Complete and utter domination. Big call. This is just to make the game a bit more interesting because you're not going to watch it for the fucking result. The Lions will have 4 players to kick 3+ goals. For sure. Let's do them right now. Let's put it in a multi. Okay, yeah, sweet. I reckon Morris, obviously Cameron. Can we Loman. Do yeah, sweet. So Loman, Morris, Cameron. Let me pull that up. A wild card one. Morris, Cameron, Loman. Now we got. I like a McCluggage to be honest. Eric Hipwood. I love him. McCluggage out. Oh no, McCluggage is just paying $29 for 3+ goals. So if you like that, maybe take it as a single. Give me a player. Eka? No, I don't like Eka. No. Rayner. Oh, it's a Rayner. Who else? Give me another name. I think I like Rayner. Will Ashcroft, Sam Draper. Oh, I like a midfielder. I like an Ashcroft in this game. He's paying $26. So maybe we go for 2. Maybe we go 2. You go 2+. All right, then Ashcroft at 2 goals is $7.50. It's $50 odds. What's our multi? So our multi is Logan Morris 3, Charlie Cameron 3, Kyle Loman 3, Will Ashcroft 2, $50 odds. I love it. I'm putting $10 on that. I'm putting 10 on that too. Done. We'll do that as well. Let's go. Yeah, my free pick for this game is going to be the Lions -62.5, no doubter. Brisbane licking their lips here. Charlie Cameron might kick 10. Logan Morris might kick 20. Will Ashcroft might kick 25. Essendon might not even score a goal. The AFL continues another weekend of horrible Sunday smashings. Brisbane will have this game won and done in the first quarter. My free tip is the Lions also minus, what was it, 46? 62. Oh, 62.5. Mate, it doesn't matter what it is. At $1.90. Combine all my 9 legs there and you get $634.25. And combine all mine, you get $341.93. Because you take everything $1.90. I have a couple 1 to 39s in there. Yeah. And take our $50 multi, which is, Jez, remind the people. It is Kyle Loman 3+ goals, Logan Morris 3+ goals, Charlie Cameron 3+ goals, Will Ashcroft 2+. Real ones will have that on and will win it with us because you made it to the 42nd minute of the Punters Pod for the 20th episode of 2026. Thank you everyone for listening to another episode of the Punters Pod. We appreciate you guys listening week in, week out. Peace, prosperity, and love.